Back everybody, DarkSpyder here. Today we're going to talk about hay. I asked a question, is this the fastest way to make hay? I know how to make hay. You're going to mow the grass, you're going to get a tedder, you're going to dry it. Then you can either A, get a windrower, put it into rows, and get a forage wagon and pick it all up, or you can mow the lawn and use a tedder and dry it, and then they have that lizard forage wagon that has a windrower on it, and you can just go pick it all up. That's the way I did it for months and months and months and months and months. But limitations on console and things of that nature. I love this mod. This is a gas dryer mod. Now, because before I get into the speed and things like that, I wanted to talk a little bit about this grass dryer is excellent for making hay. It's very fast. Now this grass dryer, I keep saying gas. This grass dryer costs you about $75,000. It does 1,200 cycles per month. It's going to cost you about $25 per cycle, and it says that it will hold 10 million liters of grass and hay. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hint here because I've used this for quite some time now. Now I'll get back out. I'm using one of the Titan trailers from the Colossus Harvester Pack. Now this is extreme. This is 5 million liters worth of grass. I always extreme things out so we can see. I try to max the limits out on these things, but I will tell you on these. Let me back out because you can't hear me. These Titan trailers, if you hit the right bumper, you see where it says tip side right. If you leave it on the back, it hits the ceiling, and it can get pretty messy for you. So generally I'll do left or I'll do right. Generally right works pretty good. Let me back out a little bit here. Let me get a good, here we go. Now we can take a look. All right, so we're in there. We're gonna dump it. See now it's not gonna touch the ceiling. It's not gonna mess anything up. The other way, I'll stop it and I'll show you guys what it does if you leave it on back. Let's stop it. We're gonna go back to once it closes. There it is. So we're gonna go back to back. So this is what happens if you try to do it this way. As you can see, it's going to hit that ceiling. It's going to lift your tractor up. Yep, there it goes. So, now you can probably pull it out a little bit, and it'll still empty. But I just put it on the right side there, and it works just fine. Don't have to worry about it. And there it goes. That's the good thing about these Titan trailers. I mean, it's got left side dump, right side dump. It's got back dump, and it's got a green door on the back. These Titan trailers are pretty good. All right, so here's our grass dryer. Now I've already put some grass in here. I'm not going to max out what it can actually hold with. If you watch my silo hack, we've increased the storage input of this grass dryer tenfold. They said 10 million is all it's going to hold. That's what the mod says. It holds 10 million liters of grass, and it's going to hold 10 million liters of hay. Now, I can't do anything about the output storage, so 10 million liters of hay is all it's going to hold, ever. But if you go in and look at your productions on hay, we're at 15 million, and it said it only held 10. And we're at 15 million. We're going to hit the button. Now, this thing is quick. I mean, it makes hay. Usually, I'll put this next to, about like I have it set up now almost, except for I don't put it at an angle. And I let it feed off of the grass that I use for my silage, and it usually beats the silage. It'll make hay faster than I can make silage. Now we're on the slowest speed for the game at 0.5, and now normally I just go run around doing whatever I want to do, whether it be logging or maybe I got fields to harvest or whatever, and I let that thing go. Now, for me, on Deadwood, I was talking about it in another video, I have 4 cow barns that hold 5 million cows each. So, yes, I do need a lot of hay. I need a lot of silage, straw. This thing is the only thing that I found that keeps up without having to do all the extra work of actually using a tedder and everything else. So if you look, we're gonna go back to start. We're already at 7,000. Okay, my day's done. I need to move on. I'm gonna speed up time. Let's just go with base game. When you start the game, it puts you at 0.5, or I'm sorry, 5x. All right, now let's go look. I mean, we're at 13,000 already. I mean, this thing is fast. Look, jumped up to 18, 23. I mean, it's pretty fast, and now I got to sleep because I'm done with everything. I got the day is done. Let's put it on 360 here. Now watch this sucker go up. You're gonna have, you could possibly have this. We were starting at 8 o'clock in the morning here. And we're going to see how fast it creates this hay forest. It's not very big. I like that it's not a big footprint, on your map. If you go into construction while this thing's making, go into production, it's in here. I always pass it up 6 times, so where is it? It's past these feed things here. Let's keep going. Pretty easy to pass up too. There it is right there. So $75,000, like I said. It only costs you 1 slot point. And like I said, it's not very big, so can't beat it, to be honest. Let's take a look. Now we're at 2:30, right? 2:30 in the afternoon, and we're at 5 million hay already. I mean, this thing is nuts. I know there's a lot of folks out there that are like, well, I don't want to cheat. It's not really cheating. I mean, you're going to get it either way. This is just a faster way to get it done. When you're running a huge farm on your own, because 99% of the time I'm solo play all the way. And I always do a big farm takeover, and 9 times out of 10, I always have cattle or sheep or chickens. Now, I know they're not all the same feeds because sheep is grass and chickens are wheat. Cattle is TMR, but it's more along the lines of cattle that I'm running. So I need a lot of grass, silage, and hay and straw. And this thing, I mean, works out great for me. And I think this is the absolute fastest way to get hay in this game. I mean, look, it's only 8 o'clock at night. So in 12 hours, we got 10 million hay. Thereabouts, 9,997,000, but... And now we have to empty it before it's going to do anything else. So guys, this is definitely the fastest haymaker that I've come across. Now there is another grass dryer. I need to download it and try it. But this one doesn't give me any problem as mods go. Some mods don't want to play nice with maps. Every map I've ever played on, this grass dryer goes in and works just fine. There's no conflicts. So by far, see, it cost us $385, I think, is our production cost. Property maintenance $1054, but we also made 10 million in hay. Even if you sold the hay, you'd make all that money back tenfold. And you're going to be using it for cattle or whatever you're using the hay for. And by all means, get it out of there, dump it on the ground, and bale it up if you want. It's just quicker and cheaper than buying a tedder, a windrower, and a baler, and a wrapper if you want to wrap it, because you can do silage with it. But I just don't do that anymore. These are faster. It lets me move on with my game because, like I said, I'm usually doing the farming, cattle, usually some logging. If I'm on deadwood, I'm also doing mining. And that way I can just let this do all that work for me while I'm off doing other things. I usually have greenhouses too. I do it all on this game because that's what it's there for. Yeah, see, we're still at 10 million. We haven't done anything with it. We can turn it off if we want. Normally I have to turn it off because it's eating up on my grass from my silage. And we have 5.2 million left. So, we're at 5 million silage. If you watch my silage video, you can see that one. Let me slow time back down for us here. But guys, there it is. It's the grass dryer mod. You can search for it, just type in grass, it comes up. It's a great mod. Make sure you give the modders a good review, because there's literally, I can't find anything wrong with this mod. As far as production mods go, I think this is one of the best ones, because it's just, there's no conflict on the maps. It doesn't conflict with any other mods that I've seen. And right now I have every mod checked that I have downloaded. And I'm on Elm Creek, which is a base map. And it's not giving us any issues. Neither is the multi-fermenter. So it works great. Also, the green fermenting silo, also no problems. So this is a really good mod, the grass dryer mod. Do me a favor, guys, like and subscribe for me. I got more content coming out, new content all the time. I want to keep making good content for you. I need you guys to like and subscribe for me. And as always, I really appreciate you guys watching. And I want you to comment. Let me know in the comments if there's some mods you want me to look at. If there's anything you're wanting to see, let me know. Put it in the comments, and I will take care of it for you. But as always, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you watching the video. And I'll see you next time.